I like superheroes. I think they're cool. I love the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I love the old Sam Raimi Spider-Man films, even the third one. I like the Dark Knight trilogy, even a few comic books I've read and have loved. And yeah, superheroes are great. So, as you can imagine, for someone like me, once you get to the end of the Water 7 arc in One Piece, and you get the plot twist with Usopp where he becomes Sniper King, that's one of the highlights of the series for you. And, uh, like, he needed to become Sniper King to get braver and stronger. And to me, at least, it seems like if it wasn't for him ever becoming Sniper King, to ever become his own superhero, One Piece today probably wouldn't exist because it would have meant that Luffy would have been killed by Lucci, and because it was Usopp who encouraged Luffy to keep fighting, even though he was practically dead on the ground. And the only reason Usopp was able to fight alongside the crew that day and get close to Luffy was because he was Sniper King. And I know he took the mask off and he talked to Luffy face to face, and that's what encouraged him. But at the same time, had he not become Sniper King and encouraged himself to keep fighting, then he wouldn't have been there to keep encouraging Luffy to keep fighting. And that's one of the best moments of the series. And then in Thriller Bulk, you have him fighting against Perona because her Devil Fruit ability manages to cause the other members of the crew to become discouraged to the point that they can't even move. And fortunately, they have Usopp there who can actually negate the effects of Perona's Devil Fruit because he naturally has a negative personality. But at the same time, he's still Usopp, one of the weaker members of the crew, not really good in a close range mano a mano fight. And he ends up on the losing end of the fight with Perona for a little bit. And then you have that great moment where he's upset and he's thinking he's gonna lose, and the crew is gonna be eliminated. And so what does he do? He goes back to the drawing board. He pulls the Sniper King outfit out of his ass, puts it back on to encourage himself again to stand up and fight, and it's because of that he was able to think of a way to beat Perona. He used Sniper King's spirit, but it was the mind of Usopp that got him out of that situation. Like, sometimes the best things we can do is to become our own superheroes, and that's what Usopp did in both Annie's Lobby and the Thriller Bulk arcs. And I'll say right now, I miss Sniper King. I wish he was in the New World. And one of the main reason I wish he was in the New World is because Usopp needs him. He needs him again. Like, he needs to go inside his mind, pick up the telephone, dial Sniper Island, and be like, Sniper King, I need your help. Because he really needs it in the New World. Like, let's look back at the time skip. He spent 2 years training to get stronger and become braver so that he could be the crew member Luffy needs to become king of the pirates. And he did great. Like, look, physically, he did amazing. Like, he was just really overweight at the beginning of the time skip, and then he ended up becoming so much more fit and stronger physically than he was before the time skip, and amazing results. And it's like, oh good, he's going to really have a lot to show in the new world. And in some ways he has, like he unlocks his observation hockey and Dressrosa, but his character so far has only gone so far since the time skip, and I'll admit I'm a little disappointed because in Punk Hazard, when he draws the short straw and he has to go with Luffy's group, like you would expect after the 2 years of fighting to survive on an island that was literally trying to eat him on a daily basis, you think he would become braver. But once he's going with Luffy's group to Punk Hazard, he's like a scared little kid at an amusement park about to get on a roller coaster for the first time, and he's like, I don't want to go! I don't want to go! I don't want to go! And you're like, but so Usopp, what happened to that 2 years of training and becoming more courageous? And when I first watched that, I'm thinking it's probably just a fluke. He's in the new world. It's a new experience. He just needs time to adjust. But then we get to Dressrosa, and he's supposed to be fighting next to the Tontatas and being a brave warrior of the sea, and next thing you know, he runs away. And he's not even he does not even want to go back and help the Tontatas. Uh, he and it was just really disappointing. Like he's being that cow chicken shit kid that we met in Syrup Village, which even though that cow chicken shit kid was a great character back during the Syrup Village arc, in this day and age, in this scenario, he needs to not be that cow chicken shit kid anymore. He needs to grow up a bit and be tell himself, hey, my dream is to become a brave warrior of the sea. I need to step it up for my crew members and my friends. And this whole screaming that I don't want to go places and I don't want to help people who are in danger because it was a really strong enemy that I can't take down. It's just not working. He needs to get braver. And I think it would be a good idea for him, for whatever reason, to bring out the Sniper King persona once again. He needs to put the mask back on, tie the cape around his neck, look himself in the mirror, and tell himself, this is who I want to be. At least spiritually. He doesn't have to wear it all the time, but from a spiritual and mental perspective, that's who he needs to be. Because he needs a little push, just like he needed in Annie's Lobby and in Thriller Bulk. That push, he needs that push that Sniper King gives him once again in the New World. Because he cannot keep being this cow chicken shit kid who does not, who needs so much convincing to step up. He needs to, even if he's still afraid in his mind, he needs to be able to push past those thoughts and be braver. I I hope I don't butcher this line, but I have heard people say before that bravery is not the absence of fear. It's the It's knowing that you are afraid, but you're going to push through the obstacle no matter what. And that's what it's about. He can still be afraid. We all get afraid sometimes, but he needs to be able to push past that in the most dire situations, which I think he will. I just think that he needs Sniper King once again, at least one more time, to that way he will get his butt in gear. He that's his dream, become a brave warrior of the sea. So Usopp, now you need to take that next step and do it already.